back to Metroid Prime 1! I'm on the run! Anyways. I never did finish something I was trying to... Scan the thing! Scarab. Thank you. Anyways, I never did finish what I was trying to say about the chronology. So it's like, okay, Metroid Prime 4 would take place after Prime 3. And then after Prime 4 would be Federation Force. And then you have Samus Returns.
Jeez, how much time passed in between?
But, Mark, think about this. Get a Prime 4, then Federation Force, where you don't play as Samus, only to have Samus Return.
Yeah. Okay.
They knew what they were doing. Brimstone.
So, okay. I was just thinking, it's like, okay, is it, like, couldn't you just make a Metroid game after, what was it,
New research entries, Blast Shield. Make a Metroid game after, what, Fusion?
Yeah. Is it possible to do that?
It would be, yeah. She'd have the Fusion suit, not her classic suit, but you could totally do it.
Oh my gosh, is that the reason why we keep going back?
It could be.
Because they don't want to make a game where she's got the fusion suit?
Unless she, like, happens to land on a planet that was an old colony of the Chozo and finds another, like, war god mural like she does in Zero Mission,
Yeah,
and then it gives her back her...
It's like...
Or whatever happened to our Prime gunships?
Yeah, like, come on, there's gotta be...
New creature has been downloaded in your logbook. Plasmite.
I just feel like they're unnecessarily... I feel like they're limiting themselves for no good reason.
Well, they could also make a game that takes place, I don't know, after Other M, but before Fusion. Though...
I honestly wonder if they just used the Prime name, just to give people an idea of what the gameplay was coming up. I don't know.
And to say that it takes place before Metroid 2.
Yeah, another one.
That was another reason I didn't want a Prime 4, to be perfectly honest, but hey, there's unresolved shit. Speaking of shit, that looks like poo water. It's toxic to go into as well.
Also, another reason, I guess, is,
Creature, eyes, neck. And you only get a chance to scan these during this boss fight.
Oh, okay.
Ram or Wasp, Airborne Predator.
This is a strange boss fight for this game.
It's more like a mini-boss.
Yeah, it feels more like a mini-boss.
Certain mini-bosses come back as regular enemies. This does not.
I guess maybe another reason they keep going back is...
I think people aren't too... I think a lot of Metroid fans aren't too big fans of the Zero Suit to begin with.
Yeah. But
not the Zero Suit. No, they're fans of the Fusion Suit. I'm sorry. I said the wrong.
I think another reason they might be limiting themselves is because there are no
Metroids.
There are no more Metroids. In the name of...
But Samus herself more or less has become a Metroid in a sense from the Fusion Suit, so you could justify it with that alone.
And don't get me wrong, I mean the Metroids are iconic and like really important to the series and all, but I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know, it's just weird. It feels like they should be able to do that.
Next game will be an HD remake of Super Metroid.
I mean, was like, I
for
guess
the Switch.
did they like just intend at the time for Super Metroid to be the last? Is that it? Did they
Super Metroid says "See you next mission."
So they weren't. Oh, so they just set themselves up to like.
And you know what's weird? Metroid Fusion also says "See you next mission." That's to become like the thing that Metroid games end on.
So yeah, they were not going off that. I guess they weren't intending for Super Metroid to be the last one. If we're going to take that word for it, for what it's worth.
Yeah, and who knows, like, how many secret government agents and the like have fucking Metroid DNA just on standby to make more clones.
I mean, think about it. They had that lab in Other M for who knows how long. They could have had samples flying across the bloody universe.
Well, I wouldn't think there's too many samples. Oh gosh, I'm getting my ass handed to me.
Oh my gosh, you are! No! Stop it!
Ow. Energy low, energy low. Where? Oh, I did it.
Okay. Well,
I've mecha defeated.
that was close.
Energy.
Oh, you don't need any charge anymore. Whoa! Apparently Samus shoots us out of our cannon.
Missile launcher acquired. I do like the item acquisition cinematics.
Item acquisition.
Oh, got an energy tank. It refilled all my...
Yes! That's good.
And extended my resolves. I don't know why I said where's... Oh, that's right. I don't have the morph ball because I need the missiles to get the morph ball. It usually goes in Metroid that either you get the missiles first or the morph ball first. What's funny is that both this game and Metroid Fusion, you get the missiles first and then the morph ball. And yet, Sakamoto is like, I had nothing to do with any of the Prime games, so I don't know how they relate to my stuff. It's like, really? Really? Given some things I've seen, I find that incredibly hard to believe. Speaking of which, in Samus Returns, in the E3 trailer, Mark, you can see the dead remains of Federation soldiers.
Huh.
And they're wearing suits that are more reminiscent of what they looked like in Prime than what they looked like in Other M. They're laying on the ground. They're kind of somewhat obscured by some rock formations, but they're there. We've downloaded the map for this area. Now, it's interesting to bring that up because the storyline for Metroid 2 is that Federation soldiers were sent to destroy the Metroids on SR-388 and failed. Whoa, hold up a second. Did you see what just happened there? I just walked right out of that room and completely ignored the missile tank I could have gotten using the missile launcher. And I wish this was the only time this sort of thing happened in this LP, but it's not. So anytime it happens in the future, there will be a counter and a small clip that plays in the corner showing you exactly what I missed and how they did it, demonstrating a hopefully more optimal playthrough. Back to the video.
Disappointed!
I guess they didn't realize they needed more than just freeze guns. Or maybe they didn't have freeze guns at the time.
Ooh, wow, big mistake. Big mistake!
Well, I mean, we don't know when they developed freeze guns.
Yeah.
Now that I got missiles, I can destroy more wasp
Did they even
hives.
know how to kill Metroids when they were sent on that mission?
What's funny is that the instruction manual for the original said, that you need to use missiles and the like, but since that game, ice has become, like, the most well-known, super effective tactic against Metroids. In every game since. That's the only game not to really follow that to such a big extent. But you have, like, infant Metroids, or baby Metroids, or whatever, that still need to be killed by the whole freeze them and shoot them with missiles tactic, which ironically kind of makes them stronger, except for the other Metroids can't be frozen, but can be outright killed just by pummeling them with missiles. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. But in the remake, you can outright just hurt the Alpha Metroids and the like using the Ice Beam.
Huh.
You can outright hurt their evolved forms using the Ice Beam, but the other beams don't outright damage them, even though they're stronger. You can even, like, freeze their nucleuses with charge shots, and they'll fall to the ground. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Cool party!
I didn't even realize what I was saying until I said it.
Jeez, Mr. Freeze would be pretty good at fighting Metroids.
Yeah, he'd be OP fighting Metroids. No! Not my ball!
First you must fight us! Yeah!
Oh. Yeah, look, it's the weaklings.
Just like the same things you've been fighting.
Yeah, they're the Beatles. I'm fighting the Beatles!
It's been a hard day's night, and Samus is killing us one by one. It's been a...
I'm not even using the lock, but I love this free aim.
Help! I need somebody help! Not just anybody help! I need somebody help!
When we were alive, so much aliver than we I've come to help!
Oh gosh! Not just anybody, him!
It could be her.
Her, him.
No. Sometimes in the wild, the females are the strong.
Oh, yikes! And it is...
Plated beetle! Well-armored burrowing insect! Vulnerable only in the rear abdomen.
Abdomen.
Creature's thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks. This gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks, only surfacing when it detects vibrations above it. Above, it maneuvers itself as... yeah. Come on, come on.
Yeah, man. Come on. There we go. Toro!
Oh, that reminds me. Did you read that there are people that are saying that Mario in Mario Odyssey dressing in a sombrero and poncho is cultural appropriation?
What?
Yes. There was a troll article on that subject. Morph ball!
Yay!
Samus has got balls.
Yeah, you can go to third person as a ball!
Ball!
Get in there!
Ball! But yeah, there are people that are getting offended because Mario is wearing, Mexican stereotype stuff in Mario Odyssey. Despite the fact that actual Mexicans aren't being offended at all.
Yeah. And by the way,
But it's like, we're white people, and we're offended, so you don't have to be.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Speaking of which, it happened with Speedy Gonzalez. Like, I think Warner Brothers...
I actually read about this in comment sections. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got rid of him because they thought it was, insensitive, and then it was actually Mexicans that wanted him to come back. Oh, by the way, I can shoot these birds.
They pop apart like ducks from Duck Hunt. Diddlin, diddlin, diddlin. Future Mike, could you have the Duck Hunt dog pop up for a second? Like when I did that sound effect. It should be easy enough to do.
Sure. Want me to get your laundry while I'm at it?
You think the Duck Hunt dog pops up with my laundry? Diddlin, diddlin, diddlin.
Oh, God! See, now I'm not scanning, every 5 seconds.
Yeah, oh, it's so much better. That first episode was ridiculous. It's like, look at this thing, and that thing, and this thing. Oh, here's this thing.
There were so many things to scan, and I would never be back there again. Fountain unknown. There's toxic shit in it. Gozo lore. Logbook. Script translated. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceeded our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. This poison in the water is not the great poison they're talking about.
Huh.
All we can do is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it is already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. Yeah, the great poison they're talking about is Phazon.
Oh, okay.
No structural weaknesses. I can't scan the thing in there. It's interesting the way it's brought up because I believe Retro Studios purposely placed it where they placed that to make people think that this poison water is what they're talking about.
Ah! Yeah.
It's not. I fell in the poison water. Don't know why the poison toxic water affects someone clad in a suit with environmental protection shit. I'm from the Environmental Protection Agency.
Boom, boom, boom.
Blast caps. Poison shrooms. Oh. Intense heat. I can't go that way. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Ow.
I just dipped my toe in the poison water, it's fine. Except for my toe! Scream bat! Ha-ha!
Got it!
New creature. Shriek bat, not... I always call them screebats, but it's shriek bat.
The real name makes a lot more sense than yours.
It's because I sort of quickly... You ever have a thing where you just quickly auto-read something in your head and you don't really process it?
Uh-huh.
And then you just keep with that, and then along the lines you realize, oh, well, I was wrong.
Oh, you mean like the Berenstain Bears?
Yes.
That's a good example.
Or how I think I used to call, the Deku tree, Deku or something like that.
Deku.
But no, it's Deku. I am here! Wrong Deku! Although... I seriously would not be surprised if the name is a nod to Zelda.
Deku, you piss me off!
Hey, look, tentacle hentai trying to grab Samus. They don't know what girl they're dealing with.
those walkways look like they were built by the fucking Ewoks.
Ewokways. I can tell that's genuine laughter coming from you.
Gosh. I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, you should know better. How far are we in?
We're 19. Oh gosh, 20 minutes. Okay, this is a good spot.
Okay, I did not. Well, I'm sorry. I meant for these to be like 15 minutes apiece, but
Ewokways. Oh gosh.
it just popped in there.
The destroyer has come. Wait, isn't that Traveler?
The Traveler has come. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man has come.
Oh, if we got Ewokways as the destroyer, then I think we're in good shape.
No, it would be a giant wicket coming down.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so for more madness and insanity, you can subscribe to our channel or check out, or you can scan the playlist over here for more episodes. You can try viewing episodes here by the visors, or just blast over to these episodes by the beam icon. And in this playlist...
Ewokways. Come back for more of this next time, I guess.
Yes, your map is over here. Bye.